Hi guys, I'm Trish. This is my faddish. I'm having a fuck of a day, so I thought I will make a video to cheer myself up. This one is an update because it does make me happy to make videos. I get a bit frustrated sometimes with the whole process, like with editing and dealing with. Look at my camera wiggling. It'll settle down. And I think I've got a bit of a fuzzy. No, how do I do it? There's a bit of a fuzzy line running down there, and I don't know why. I don't have the energy to try and find out why today. So this one is an update about my tooth that I had out. And I apologise for the lighting as well. My ring light broke today when I tried to set it up. So I've got to get a new ring light. So the lighting's not going to be great. And because I haven't got my glasses on, I can't actually see. I went and had my 3-week post-op appointment for the tooth that I had removed 3 weeks ago. And everything's fine. Everything's fine. I was a bit rushed through the appointment, which if that had happened 3 weeks ago, it would have really sent me into a spin because I would have just been so anxious even going there. But yesterday I went, I wasn't anxious driving there. I just walked straight into the hospital, straight up to the 4th floor, went in, sat in the chair. When the dentist came in, I just let them in my mouth and wasn't even thinking about, you know, like, oh, are they going to put any tools in there? Are they going to hurt me? Are they going to do this? Are they going to do that? I was so relaxed. And I think it's, I was going to write myself a note actually just to not say confrontation therapy, because it's not confrontation therapy, it's like exposure therapy. I think because when I had this tooth taken out, and that is the tooth that started my dental phobia, I think because I confronted so many fears on that day, you know, like fear of having an IV put in, fear of having a tooth taken out, fear of the dental hospital, just so much all at once that I feel like I don't have that dental phobia anymore. I feel very relaxed about it all. Maybe that phobia was just all sitting right in my gum, in my tooth. And when they took the tooth out, the phobia disappeared. That camera is still shaking. I'm going to take my hands off the desk because it must be me doing it. So yeah, apart from the appointment being quite rushed, she said it's healed very well. She said it's probably not going to heal much more, like the gum's not going to grow back or anything like that. She said it'll smooth over, and I'm not going to show it to you because it's just, as I've said before, it's just too hard to like get a good look inside my mouth. She said I'm allowed to eat whatever I want to eat now, but she said to me, as long as I'm comfortable, and I have been experimenting with a few different foods. She said, you're not going to want to chew anything too hard or too crunchy on that side. And I didn't say anything to her, but I thought, well, yeah, I am, because I have been. Because on the other side of my mouth, I've got a cracked tooth that has been fixed. But if I chew anything too hard or too crunchy, too much on that side, the tooth gets a little bit sore. So I have been chewing, I think, not so much chewing on that side. The crunchiest thing I've had was some macadamia nuts. I ate a lot of macadamia nuts, but I chewed them all on this side and I was fine because they're not that crunchy. I haven't had anything like crackers or corn chips or anything like that yet. I don't know how I'd go with those on this side, but I've eaten like chicken and stuff, which isn't exactly hard, but I've certainly been doing some chewing on that side. And I'm able to chew food just fine. There's been no instances where I've been chewing on this side and I've had to like move the food over to the other side of my mouth so that I could chew it up properly. That hasn't happened. It feels a bit weird. It feels like, and this is going to seem like a really weird thing to say, it feels like I'm getting food stuck between my teeth. And I am getting food between my teeth, but there's just like a really big gap now. But it just feels weird, and it's just something I'm going to have to get used to. Feeling the teeth either side of where that tooth was taken out with my tongue feels very, very weird. But again, I'm sure I'll get used to that. I've noticed when I take my tablets now, because when I take my tablets, because I take a lot of, vitamins and minerals and a couple of like actual medication tablets, and, like I take paracetamol every day. So when I take tablets, I'm usually taking at least 3 or 4 at a time. And there's always one little tablet that just goes, it's like magnetized straight into that gap. So I'm swallowing my tablets and then I'm having to stick my tongue in the gap to make sure there's not a tablet in there. But again, I'll get used to that. I asked if I can use my water flosser again. And she said, yeah, that's fine. She said, but initially she said, yeah, but there's nothing to floss in there. And I said, yeah, I know, but she must have never used a water flosser. And if you've used a water flosser, you'll know when you use it, when you squirt it around, because it shoots out quite high pressure, it goes everywhere. So I said, yeah, no, I know, but like if I'm doing my other teeth and it shoots into that gum area, I'm not going to do any damage. And she said, no, that's fine. So I water flossed this morning for the first time in 3 weeks, and it was heaven, absolute heaven, because I don't like flossing my teeth the old-fashioned way. I haven't got one here. I don't like flossing my teeth the old-fashioned way, but with the water flosser, I like it. It gets my teeth really, really clean as well, and I brush as well. I also asked if there's, because I had it done in the public system, so it only cost me $122. I asked if there's any options if I begin to have trouble with my other teeth, like if my other teeth move too much, or if the tooth above it, because it's not opposed anymore, if that starts to grow down, or with my teeth moving, if my bite is off and that's bothering me, or if I do end up having problems with chewing, which I don't think I will. I asked if there were any options for me to have that tooth replaced in some way in the public system, like with a bridge or an implant or like a flipper tooth or something. And she said, yes, there is, but I would have to discuss that with my local dental service. But I've got my fingers crossed that I don't need to do any of that. I'm hoping that everything will be fine and I can just leave it go as it is. And I think that was all. It was very quick, and she's very happy with everything. She said it's all very clean and there's no signs of infection or anything like that. So I'm really happy too. So all I've got to worry about now is just my regular checkups at the dentist and, getting my teeth cleaned and all that sort of thing. And that makes me very, very, very happy. And I imagine next time I go to the dentist, I won't have any anxiety. So I'm even more happy about that.